What's going on YouTube? TK back with another video. So today I want to go over the top resources that you need to be using when you're trying to get into competitive Pokemon. These are paramount when it comes to understanding stat spreads, what other players are using, what Pokemon you should be building to combat the current metagame, etc, etc. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's jump into the video. So first I want to go over Pikalytics. For VGC, I'm mostly talking about VGC here, guys, but you can use these resources. I mean, even in Pikalytics, they have like singles and stuff. But for the majority of this video is going to be the VGC, the video game championships, like the main format, which is doubles for tournament, like offline tournaments things. So that's going to be like the basis around this, because that's what I'm going to be focused on the most when the 2023 season starts at Scarlet and Violet. But Pikalytics is huge. This I'll use, for example, right now we're in a Series 13 format on Sword and Shield. It's the most chaotic format, like official format we've had, obviously, because it's the end of the life cycle. So it's like no hold bar. You can use as many legendaries as you want, etc, etc. But Pikalytics takes data from the series, the current format, and puts like what spreads, what's the most common spreads certain Pokemon are using, which Pokemon are players using the most, etc, etc. It literally tells you, like, Kyogre's #1, Zacian's #2, Yveltal's #3. These are the top 3 most played Pokemon on the ladder right now, right, in the meta game. So this kind of compiles all that data and puts it where you could see it in real time, catch everybody in 4K what they're using on the ladder, and then you can kind of build around, maybe I can get away with using this Pokemon since everybody's using Kyogre and things like that, right? This shows you a complete list of data that players are using. It's crucial. It's so good because this kind of tells you, well, if you want to play meta stuff, go here and just copy and paste, you know, and things like that. But you can throw your own spin on it too. You can, like, oh, see, that Groudon is in the format a lot, so I can use this underrated Pokemon to kind of combat him and then build my team around that. So you can kind of do that looking at this list of data, and it gives you items, it gives you which abilities they're using the most, things like that. It's crucial. It's everything. And then same thing, like even Series 12, like before the last series, you can go back to that and it'll tell you, like, Incineroar with 73% usage, Zacian 69%. So it's crucial when trying to understand what the metagame looks like and how you want to build your team around said metagame. So, and Pikalytics has other things, right? Pikalytics is the damage calculator. The damage calculator. Like, this is crucial when it comes to making your spread. Sorry about all the ads, but I mean, I understand they got a business to be run, you know what I'm saying? So let's say, for example, you're trying to run like a Volcanion, right? You're trying to run like a Volcanion, and you know you're going to be running Whimsicott. You're going to be running Whimsicott in your team. So let's say instead of focusing so much on speed, like this timid nature, maybe you don't need so much speed, because anytime you use a Volcanion, you're like, I'm gonna have Tailwind up anyway. So you look at one of the fastest things in the format. Let's say Calyrex Shadow Rider, and let's say the Calyrex Shadow is 252 speed, max EVs, max IVs, and then timid nature. Well, since you're going to be under the effects of Tailwind, look at that. With this spread, you're kind of overdosed, right? The Calyrex Shadow Rider is only 222 speed, but now you're 268 speed on your Volcanion. So let's say you would assume your Volcanion is always going to be under the effects of Tailwind, so you don't need this much speed, right? You could take away some of the speed, and maybe you could do, like, you know, you can keep going down until you see that you're just right over what you need to outspeed a Calyrex Shadow under Tailwind, which is 92 speed EVs. Well, now look at that. Now you have a free 166 EVs that you can let's just say you want more power. Let's say you go modest, right? Less speed. Okay, now we can add more speed, and then now I get the modest nature as well, so I'm stronger. Look at that. Now I only need 172 speed EVs to outspeed Calyrex Shadow Rider under Tailwind, right? So now, since I know my speed control is on my team, aka Whimsicott, my Tailwinder, or like Tornadoes, anything that can run like speed control Tailwind, and I know I'm going to be double speed, now I can focus on bulk, right? So let's say, you know, you could put 86 HP EVs there, or you know, in defense or special defense, depending on what you're trying to survive in the current metagame. So basically what I'm trying to get at is, this is crucial when it comes to team building, because maybe you don't need to do like the simple-minded 252 spreads, when, depending on your team, sorry for my phone, depending on your team, you can run less EVs and speed because you know you're going to be under the effects of Tailwind or Trick Room, and now you can focus more on bulk so you can survive and attack, because remember, it's a turn-based game. So being able to survive one extra play rough or one extra sacred sword or something could be life or death, right? When it comes to winning the game. So Pikalytics is crucial for this, right? It's crucial for damage calcing and it's fun. It's like, it might seem like it's numbers and nerdy or whatever, but once you get into competitive and once you start team building, it's gonna be a blast trying to figure out what spreads you can get away with when it comes to your specific team. So Pikalytics, really good resource. Number 2, Cerebi.net. Shout out to Joe. I've been using this website since I was a child. Since your man was in diapers, I've been using this website. It's crazy, all the information, because we have like almost 1,000 Pokemon, right? It's, unless you've been playing Pokemon all your life, it's kind of hard. Like I know like all Pokemon at the top of my head, and I can even say I know most Pokemon's spreads, but I can't remember everything. I can't. It's a lot to go on. This website breaks it down to the T. If you're looking for Electivire, you can literally go to the Electric section, look at all electric types, click on Electivire, and it'll tell you all abilities, all hidden abilities, how much they weigh, what they're weak to, even in each game's like, it's so much data at your disposal. It shows you base stats, egg moves, move tutor moves for each game. Like this is like the epitome of like data at your fingertips. Everybody uses this. If you play competitive Pokemon, nobody's not using this website. Cerebi is the king of trying to understand what a Pokemon actually does and what a Pokemon is actually capable of, okay? It lists everything you need to know. It even lists like which Pokemon you need to breed with, like human, like everything is in here. Everybody should be using this. And I'm pretty sure most people who know about Pokemon know about Cerebi, because I think even casuals use this, right? But it's a key resource when it comes to competitive Pokemon. So like I said, I've been using this since I was a kid. So shout outs to Joe, man. He be out here. This thing is paramount. Like, I know so much because of this website, right? So Cerebi.net, king. Next thing I want to go over is PokémonShowdown. So usually when you're in a Pokemon game, you know how you gotta like breed for IVs and egg moves and all that stuff. Sometimes, well, most times what I do is I actually team build on PokémonShowdown, right? I'll like go in here, let's say I'm trying to create a new team. I'll open up all my resources, check what the meta game's looking like. And then what I do is I try to build a team around a Pokemon that I like, or, you know, that's good in the meta, or like, you know, something along those lines, right? So I go here, and instead of making the team in-game, which usually costs resources, you got to get the Pokemon perfect IVs, you got to breed, you got to, if it's a legendary, you got to give it bottle, you got to get it to level 100, give it bottle. Because what happens is you can end up wasting your time, because you end up using that time to build things in game, and then it turns out when you actually put it in practice, it's not very good. So you kind of wasted resources. So what you can do is kind of build your team in the game, right? Or in PokémonShowdown, and kind of like get an idea of what you want, make a team, and then go on the ladder and test the team out. And if it works out good, then you go into the game and use that time and resources to build those Pokemon in game. With PokémonShowdown, you can plug and play. So you can select the format you want to play, VGC, you know, just regular doubles. They have a whole bunch of things, random battles, anything you want, all these formats. And what you do is you build the team on Showdown with all the EV spreads and stuff, because you're just plugging and playing what you want, right? You plugging in the stats, you're plugging in the abilities, everything like that, the items, and then you play on Showdown to kind of get an idea. And then what you do is like, oh, if I like the team, then you go in the game and make it, so you're not wasting all that time, right? So PokémonShowdown is crucial when it comes to team building, just so you can kind of like save some time. All right, another resource is VictoryRoad. This is for VGC. This is like this is really good. I really love this resource because it you know, it gives you like the tournament seasons and everything, like when's the next international, like I think for 2023, right? It has the major seasons up, excuse me. Major seed, like the regionals, everything. It's all here, right? We already know Scarlet and Violet, the first regionals is going to be in San Diego. I'll most likely be there. So that's so it kind of gives you an idea of which regionals you can go to, where the international tournaments is. But the main thing I like about VictoryRoad is the team reports. I really like how the team reports are in this website, because let's say like what they do is they compile data from a tournament. So let's say the Scarlet and Violet regional that's going to happen to kick off the VGC season for those games, right? What they're going to do is those players who like top cut or made top 16, like things like that, you can actually you can actually see their team and get a team report on the team. So I use this one as an example, right? This team got top 16 at one of the North America internationals, right? They actually wrote a detailed team report on why they built the team, why they feel like the team is good in this meta. I think that's really cool. I think that's very professional. And then, like I said, you can kind of you can extrapolate ideas from their decision making and put your own twist to it to make your teams and things like that. So I think that's just really cool. That's the like main reason I like this website. Yeah, so I guess that's it. Another thing is try to poke YouTubers, right? Look at all the look at what kind of format you like, singles, VGC, and there's specific players who make content for that type of format, right? It's all about extrapolating as much data as you can from other resources to become better. Like practice makes perfect. Try to get data from other players who are established, things like that. One of my favorites is Aaron Cybertron Zane. Like I think he's one of my favorite VGC players to watch. There's a whole bunch of them. I pretty much respect everybody who's out there making content for themselves, who actually go out there and compete. There's a whole bunch of people. But yeah, go to YouTube, find those people, just watch their content, look at their mindsets, and kind of like I said, extrapolate how they think and kind of put your own twist to it. And then I think that just makes everything fun, because in my opinion, when it comes to competitive games, the more strong players, the better, right? It's better for the viewer, it's better for the play. Like, I like being tested, man. I want everybody to be strong. I want everybody to use resources to get stronger, right? Because the more competition just makes it more fun. It's more challenging, yes, but I just think it just makes the experience more fun. So the more players playing, the more better players there are, the more fun it is for the viewer and the players, in my opinion. Like, more stressful for the players, but I think it's more fun in the end, because if let's say you can win a tournament when there's a whole bunch of strong players, that just makes it even better, So yeah, that's just my 2 cents on it. But that's it for this video. If you don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. All right, peace.